Today we're going to be setting up the OdinLake L1 Ergo Upgrade 518 office chair, and then we're going to talk about it.
So for assembly, you're going to have everything that you need, and you get this user guide to help you set it up. You get some white gloves. So I'm going to assemble most of this together just so that the video isn't like crazy long. And then I'll probably assemble the base and then, talk about how easy it is or how easy it not is to assemble. Okay, so I've got the base and the casters attached. Now I am attaching the seat to the backrest, and it's pretty simple. Just got these screws here, and it's a little bit easier if you have two people, but I'm by myself, so. And now it's time to assemble the armrests. So it's pretty simple. Again, you've got three screws here, and then you also have this little hand tool that I've been using. So I'm going to assemble the armrest on this side. Okay, so the chair is assembled. All that's really left is to attach these screws to this headrest so that we can be able to use the headrest. If you want to, you'll notice that like some chairs, they usually have the headrest that's already attached. This is detachable. So if you're having a long day at work, or you're sitting at your computer doing some editing and maybe you need some neck support, you can pop this on. If you don't want it on there, you can pop it off. So I'm going to screw this in and then I'll come back. Okay, so assembly is done. And this is the OdinLake Ergo Upgrade chair. So you're probably wondering, why are you making this video in your home theater channel? Well, it's because, believe it or not, this actually is gonna help me a lot more with my editing. So for those of you that don't know, when us content creators are making a video, most of the work comes from sitting down at our desk and editing. And depending on how long the video is, depending on what's in the video, editing can take anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. It could be a week over time. And sitting at your desk that long for one video can be very taxing, can be very tiring, and it can be very uncomfortable if you don't have a comfortable chair. So when OdinLake reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in an office chair, I said yes, because the previous office chair that I had that was also given to me, I ended up not liking it at all. It has some issues. You may have seen me on a live stream where my chair is just falling back. It's pretty janky. So I did my research, I looked into this, and I was like, you know what, I think this is gonna be a lot better for me. And this has a lot of ergonomic features for those of you that are looking for an office chair, whether you're doing editing, whether you're working from home. I work from home 3 days a week, so I'm at my desk for 8 to 9 hours a day, 3 days a week at home, and you want something that's going to be comfortable. So on the chair, we have our adjustable armrests, which my previous chair did not have, and I always hated that. So we have our adjustable armrest. So you've got many different heights that you can use, and obviously this is going to be important because you're going to be typing at your desk a lot. So you have that, and then you can swivel the armrests. So they're not only fixed in one position straight, you can angle them in or you can angle them a little bit out depending on your setup. And then on the side, we have some controls here. So if I pull on the first little lever, I can move forward, and you may not be able to see it. Let me see if I can turn sideways. So the chair moves forward, and then I can move it back. And then if I want to raise or lower the chair, I can hit this lever here. I go up, and then I go down. So you have that over there. And then if I want to adjust the back rest, I can pull on this. I can go all the way back, and I can take a nap at my desk, on my break, of course. So then if I want to go all the way back up, I can pull up on it, and it's locked. And then I have this headrest here, so I've got this adjustable. I can move it up, I can move it in, I can move it out, and then I can push it back down. So this has a wire control mesh system, and you'll see the chair is this wire mesh. And I really like this because it means it's going to be breathable. So, you know, leather's nice, you know, cloth is nice, but I think over time, you know, depending on, I don't see many people sweating when they're sitting down, but this is going to give you a lot of air to just breathe through, especially if you're someone that runs hot and you sit in the chair. A lot of times, like leather and cloth materials, they can get hot, you know, with your body heat. This is going to allow for air to go through, so you should stay pretty cool when using this chair. And then you have the C-shaped lumbar. So you'll notice here, you have the backrest, and then you have this C-shaped lumbar here. And when you're sitting down, it gives your back some support so you're not, you know, hunched over. For those of you that have maybe lower back problems, this is going to come in very handy. And then I showed you the 4 height position adjustable headrests. So depending on if you're a tall person, if you're a short person, this should work pretty well for you no matter what height you are. So that is the OdinLake Ergo upgrade chair. For those of you that are still watching, if you are interested in this chair, I'll put some links in the description so that you can go and purchase this chair if you want to. I'm very excited about this. Again, you know, I spent all these hours sitting at my desk editing videos for you guys, for the viewers. And, you know, sometimes the other things like just basically sitting in your chair for hours on end gets overlooked, and it gets tiring after a while. Sometimes, you know, I have to get up, go take a break, get something to eat, get something to drink, you know, go watch something just to get my mind off of you know, the repetitiveness of editing, which I do enjoy. But again, everybody works. So whether you work from home, whether you work in the office, you want something that's going to be comfortable. And I'm super happy to be partnered with OdinLake. Thank you for OdinLake for sending this chair out to me for a review and to keep. And I will see you guys in the next video.